Last night I dreamt that I went to, I think it might have been New Orleans or someplace. It was a really cool place. It was a city that I've been to a lot, and it's supposed to be fun. And it had a special district that was built up for, it was like part of the city didn't exist except for during like a particular holiday season, but it wasn't like Christmas or anything. It was closer to Mardi Gras, but it wasn't Mardi Gras. I don't think it was actually New Orleans. It was like a non-existent city. And they would construct like 3 or 4 city blocks entirely from scratch. And there would be like clubs and mazes and I guess they had arcades there, but it was like more complicated and sophisticated than that. It was like weird sci-fi arcades, not like cheesy, but like futuristic, like it's gonna be the shit in 20 or 30 years. But it was also just like the streets were cobblestone and it was like dimly lit and very cool. And so they would construct these like city blocks, but they were like hidden. They would rotate, so I don't know if they had to like smash entire city blocks and replace them just to like move this place. But it was like a secret club, not as it's like almost like a speakeasy, but entire city blocks. And so I went there with some friends, and we were like trying to find this secret area. And it took a really long time. And it wasn't like too hard to find it, but it took a while to search. And we kept running into weird problems like on the way there. We got attacked by alpacas. We got harassed by alpacas, like 3 of them. They were guarding a house, and we walked by the front of the house, and they started, I don't know, do alpacas bark, neighing at us, whatever. They started doing things at us, and we had to defend ourselves against alpacas. This doesn't make any sense, but I found like a can of Pringles on the ground, like a garbage empty can, and I hit one in the face with it, even though I'm sure the Pringle can is very soft in real life. It's made of cardboard. But I ended up shoving it onto the alpaca's face, like a little muzzle thingy. And then we ran away from some of the alpacas. And then we eventually found the place, and we went there and we were hanging out. And they had like equivalent of beer halls from like Oktoberfest. I went to a beer hall and we were hanging out, and we were gonna watch they had a stage show that was gonna happen, and we were gonna watch it. And it was very exciting. And then all of a sudden there were like alt-right Nazis that walked in, and everybody was like, do we punch Nazis? It was one of those moments where it was like a bunch of people were like, oh, they're just, because they weren't like actually Nazis, but they were kind of Nazis. And a bunch of people were like, oh no, they're not really doing anything. And it was like open mic night, and everyone was like, oh no, the Nazis are going to go up there on the stage and perform, and we don't want to deal with that. So a couple of fights almost broke out. And the Nazis, like, and the establishment owners were like, everybody gets a chance to do their thing with the rules. And so the Nazis went up to onto the stage to like perform. But before they could perform, somebody in the back had a guitar and started playing Semi-Charmed Kind of Life. And everybody in the hundreds of people in the beer hall started drowning out the Nazis by singing fucking Third Eye Blind, which was really weird. And the Nazis got all upset, and they left. And then we beat them up in the alley afterwards. So it was like kind of the best of both worlds. So we did that. And yeah, I fought an alpaca and a Nazi, which was pretty cool. The alpaca less so, the Nazi, sure. And then we were stumbling around, and it was like approaching morning because we were out all night, and we wanted to, we were trying to find food because it was, we're hungry. I'd like been to the city before, so I was trying to guide people around, and for some reason, Marcus, the judge from Chopped, was with us for some reason. It didn't make any sense. But I was guiding them around, and we ended up going through an alleyway, and I was talking to him about food, and he was telling me how amazing Northern European food is, because he's from somewhere in Sweden, I think, or somewhere. And then we realized we were like in Barcelona, which I've never been to, and I don't know what it looks like, but it looks more like the actual location looked like a fantasy city if it was set in Spain. I can only imagine Doran looks like it. And we were looking around. I was like, oh, here's the best view in town. And we were there, and it was beautiful, except that we all noticed in the background behind all the beautiful little building tops, a volcano had exploded, and there was a big mushroom cloud, and we're like, oh no. And then we put on the radio, and we found out that basically this volcano exploded, and we were like, we need to evacuate the city, and they're like, no, the ground underneath the city is too fragile, it will collapse, so everybody stay where you are so you don't agitate the ground. And I was like, do we go high, do we go low? No, we went and got tapas. That's what you get when you're stuck in fantasy Barcelona and you can't escape the volcano. So that was my dream.